Hey guys, it's Sunday, out here on the reserve to go for a ride to the road that goes to Lake Loch Lomond, or Loch Lomond. I took you guys there last fall, early winter, and there's a huge hill that at the time I had kind of late September, I kind of stopped riding for a couple of months, and I was out of shape when I got this fat bike, and I couldn't ride up the hill. 3/4 of the way up I stopped. It's that hard, and so yeah, definitely going to go back and ride it. And since I took you to the lake, we won't go there. I've already taken you there, but there was a couple other road trails that I saw. I looked at one on Google Maps, and it looks like it climbs to a high point with a view from a cliff. So that's mainly what we're going to go check out. This road we're on here is nothing special. It's just a route we can take that avoids pavement. I parked further away than normal just so get a little more of a ride, because if we just parked near where we wanted to go, it wouldn't have been a particularly long ride. So the nice thing too is we'll be completely warmed up and ready to tackle the hill. Last time I did the hill, I was also just using hiking boots and platform pedals, so running clipless pedals should make a little bit of a difference, especially anytime we have to get out of the saddle. It's a nice little vista here. That's Mount McKay in the distance there. We're not going over there, we're going to hang a left once we get down to that road down there. Got maybe 2K of pavement. Another beautiful vista, this time of Lake Superior, one of the islands about 10K offshore. So here we turn off the main road. So this is a road to a graveyard. Beautiful graveyard, actually. It's actually a beautiful road. Okay, so we're gonna go off-road now onto a quad trail, and there's some mud bogs on it that we're gonna have to try and avoid, go around. I came here 2 days ago on my motorcycle, and I got stuck. I had to I'll show you when I get there. I'll tell you when we get there. Man, I hate how everything's so freaking grown in right now. It won't all be like this. Once we get to the actual road, it's a road in very gravel road in extremely poor condition. So here is where I got stuck. Doesn't look like much. I've filled it in with sticks here as I tried to get out. But yeah, my tires were sunk in there partway to the axles, and like pushing the bike forwards and backwards by hand wouldn't move more than like an inch because of the suction. And under power, I mean, the rear wheel just spun, wasn't going anywhere. So I tried putting sticks underneath to provide some traction, but that didn't work anyways because it would just sink through, and there's like a rise, a 1 foot tall rise there, so just pushing the bike out wasn't going to work. So I had to actually lean the bike on its side and then drag it out inch by inch, front wheel, back wheel, front wheel, back wheel, and eventually I got it out. But because it had been laying on its side for a while, I guess fuel lines didn't like that, and I killed the battery trying to start it, so I had to walk out. Yeah, the fuel lines didn't like it, so I killed the battery trying to get it started. So I had to push the bike out, and I got back to the main paved road. But unfortunately, there's no cell service right there. So I had to walk about another 3 kilometers. Yeah, we're gonna have to walk some of these sections because these mud holes are hell. You only have to deal with this for a little bit, and then we get to some good riding. When I was here, last time I was here, it was mid-November, so most of it had frozen and the ground was starting to freeze, so it was all rideable. It's like it never freaking dries up in here. And again, we're not going fast enough to keep the mosquitoes off of us. Oh, jeez. Sticks stuck in the rear derailleur. Why does this shit always happen to me? Yeah. Definitely be more enjoyable in the fall, early winter, when everything here freezes up nice. Yeah, because now that I've walked further down here, there's no way I can get through here on my motorbike. This is definitely, I don't have the skills and I don't have tires. This is all gradual uphill. Another mud hole. Oh, in the wintertime when everything is covered with snow and the snowmobiles come through here again, this would be really fun in this direction, the other direction. Okay, so now starts brutal uphill. I couldn't ride last November because of a lack of fitness. So we're just gonna easy peasy. Because it gets plenty hard as we go along. I have an easier gear on this bike too. When I came here, I just had the bike for a few weeks and it was still a 9-speed. So I had a 34 tooth on the back, 22 in the front. We now have a 36 tooth on the back. Sun's out now, it's getting hot and humid, but at least there's a decent breeze. So here starts the hill proper, and it was paved a long time ago so that service vehicles could actually drive up it. It's totally falling apart now, but makes things a little bit easier for us. and I'm in far better shape than last time I attempted this. Steep, ladies and gentlemen. Heart rate 168. Great, slackens a little. Brutal. Hardest thing I've done all year. Okay, so we're gonna end up turning up here. We're gonna keep going up. And I'm out of shape compared to my youth. We did that hard part. I'm gonna walk this last bit. It's like riding up a ski hill. Even pushing my bike, my heart rate's high end of my tempo zone. so I don't get stung. Past 2 weeks, I've been stung twice by hornets. Just random fucking hornets hitting my leg and then stinging me. Rideable now. Another steep hill. This is a long fucking downhill. When this winter, when snowmobiles get out here, this is gonna be awesome downhill. Sort of radio tower up here. Not a cell tower because freaking cell phones don't work. High ground. So in the distance, in the haze, forest fire smoke probably, is the city. I think Mount McKay is like 2 mountains over. We're just as high as they are. And it's like it's a continuous climb up. I like to climb to the lookout. Maybe I should, one goal would be to climb all the way up to here. Because with hardcore fitness, yeah, I think that's all doable. I don't have hardcore fitness. I had at one time in my life, hardcore fitness. Bike racer's fitness. Yeah, we'll come back here again in the fall time and in the winter once all the leaves have gone. We'll have a better vista. It won't be green, but we'll actually be able to see more. It'll make the descent, especially this first part of the descent, more enjoyable because there's so much grass. You're riding over, you can't even see what's underneath the grass. Had enough brutality there for one day. This will be an amazing downhill in the winter time. Definitely coming back. we got too much air pressure when I brought it into my dealer to get the brake disc straightened. You had to take the tire and tube off. Didn't really notice how much air he put in until we just came down that rocky downhill. And it was feeling like I was bouncing around like crazy. Okay, so now starts, as you can see, a pretty big downhill, and it's slightly scary. I mean, it's basically a gravel road, but it's slightly scary because it's in really, really rough shape. A little more air out of the front tire. Right, guys, I'll see you at the bottom, hopefully in one piece. Yeah, that middle section there, it's actually scary, man. It's steep and it's rough. It's scary. But in the wintertime, when snowmobiles do that, that's going to be flipping awesome. So we're back in these mud bogs here. Pretty close to being back to civilization, more or less, on the reserve. Although there's no cell phone service here. Make our way back to the car. One more stiff gravel climb to deal with. We'll go down to Superior here and get the mud off these wheels. And they made a steep drop here. The road didn't used to be that way there. largest lake. It'll be getting cold too. Alright. About 30 minutes of riding left to get back to the car. One more uphill of note. Okay, I had to change the memory card because it was full, so it's our last tough uphill here, and then pretty smooth sailing back to the car. Well, that hill felt easy compared to the hill of all hills that we just went up.